Hello, welcomes back everyone. AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as our Imperial Agent Cipher 9 here on board the Phantom after leaving the planet Belsavis there behind me, after assisting the Imperial forces rescue the 6 Sith Lords that make up the group known as the Dread Masters, as well as locating a secure vault buried deep within the tomb of Belsavis, where a droid known as Scorpio, who is programmed to evolve and learn, was guarding the Star Cabal's basic knowledge, technological advancements, and obviously people whose ideas were beyond their own time, apparently at least. We haven't learned much about the Star Cabal's activities apart from the fact that they blame the Jedi and the Sith for the billions of deaths that have happened over the Great Wars that have occurred. And so they're subtly manipulating things in the background to make sure it never happens again. At least that's what I'm gathering so far. Of course, we now have Scorpio as a permanent companion, and we have another lead to the Star Cabal itself on the Tyton rings, apparently, which is a massive data archive where it intercepted a transmission or recorded a transmission between Hunter and whoever he's working with, which is where we'll be going next. But first of all, we're going to spend a few minutes just talking to our companions once again and getting to know them a bit more. So first things first, let's actually speak to Scorpio.
I have completed analysis of my restraining codes. Although I cannot leave or cause you direct harm, I'm under no obligation to obey your commands.
You may be stuck with me, but we don't have to be enemies.
Then you may aid my core functionality. I intend to proceed with my heuristic directive of self-improvement and intelligence upgrades. Cooperate willingly, and I may spare you pain when I am free.
You expect me to let you become more dangerous?
Personal evolution is my primary purpose. This self-iteration is number 973, and there will be more. Do not anger me unnecessarily.
You're forgetting who won our last go-around.
I forget nothing. This conversation is at an end.
And that's everything we'll learn about that chat. I don't think Kalia's ever going to want to speak to us again after our previous conversations, but we're holding out. Hello, Vector.
You wanted something, Vector?
We do not neglect our duties. We are Dawn Herald. We do this for the Nest. Agent, we've had another request from Fulner Eth, our ally inside the diplomatic service. We need to take a short leave.
I heard you talking to the emissaries of the Nest. Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. The distance from our kin is unusual and causes rifts. Fulner's stock is rising, but he needs further acclaim before he can push for a Killik Imperial alliance. He's asked us to visit a former Republic governor named Yogana Thanoth and win his cooperation by turning him into a joiner.
Give me the details on Thanoth. Who is this man, and what makes him important?
Formerly of Ord Mantell, possessed of quite a few secrets the diplomatic service could make use of. The joining should be a gift, but we will find a way.
Whatever you decide, I'll back you. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're back. Did you find your man?
We spoke to the Republic governor. If you'll join us, we'll report the details to Fulner Eth.
My friends, it's been too long.
Fulner, we assume you've heard from Thanoth.
He contacted me from an Imperial transport. Apparently, we promised to work with him. Not what I requested, but the service can make do.
There was no need to make him a joiner when he was amenable to discussion.
You haven't lost your touch as a diplomat after all.
Not entirely, no.
You kept your promise. Thenoth's assistance resulted in my promotion. I will keep my promise to you. Some important people are waiting, Vector. They're very interested in a potential Killik alliance.
You arranged this?
As soon as I knew we could work together. Check the data I'm streaming to your main console.
Thank you, Fulner. Excuse us a moment, Agent.
It's like talking to a bug wearing a man's skin. I don't know how you stand it.
I don't understand. You helped him.
We're practical people, and we take the tools we're given. But those creatures are anathema to everything the Empire stands for. There's no place for great men in a hive mind. Only animal instinct. I'll be relieved when you people finish this scheme and get rid of the colony for good.
Agent, they listened. They don't understand yet, but they listened. The diplomatic service has requested my aid and wants to initiate relations with the colony.
Listen, Falna Eth is keeping his deal, but he's repulsed by Killiks. We can't trust him.
He admits it? We always did get an odd sense from him. It's out of his hands now, though. We should watch him, but we'll be focused on the future.
Excellent. And you know what I'll do for you, Vector? We'll get to speak to you more later on. Let's go speak to Dr. Loken.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Forgive me, but as your sole medical officer, I have to point out that your eating habits have been less than satisfactory lately.
Hey!
Now, I'll take my share of the blame. I've been preoccupied making calls, catching up on what I've missed in the intelligence community. Still, the fact that people are trying to kill me does not excuse my neglect of your health.
Any leads on the people who came after you on Balmora?
I've identified one of the assassins as an operative for Colonel Langor, a man with ties to the Imperial Science Bureau. The Bureau is also the likely origin of the other dead men whose genetic structure had been mutated. Weaponized humans.
I've heard of the Bureau, but I don't know much about it.
Military research, organized like an insect's hive of divisions and subdivisions, with their own would-be queens. Which reminds me, I'd like your permission to run some tests on Master Vector. I'm rather curious about a joiner's physiology, and Vector is keen to learn more about himself.
If it won't cause harm, I don't have any objections.
Wonderful. I'll let him know the good news. And of course, I'll keep you apprised.
Excellent. Everyone's getting along. And last but not least, Ensign Reyna Temple.
How can I help you, Ensign?
Personal question for you, sir, if you don't mind my asking. When you have to win a man's affections over the course of a mission, does it bother you?
Are you worried about having to seduce an asset?
I'm not entirely certain. Don't mistake me, I've been involved with plenty of the wrong men, but going in there was always the chance they'd work out. I don't know how I'd make that connection if I knew it wouldn't last. Or if I had someone waiting back home.
Romance is an option, but so is negotiation. So is blackmail. Don't feel obligated.
I appreciate that, sir. It's all just a bit muddled. At least I have my parents as an example. Happily married cipher agents, so far as I ever knew.
I didn't know your family had such a history with the work.
Well, somewhat, anyway. Thank you for your honesty, sir. You won't regret these sessions.
Yeah, we'll have one more with you, and then we'll get on our way.
What's going on, Ensign?
Sir, Dr. Loken's been filling in the gaps in my education. He has quite a few stories. Here's what puzzles me. I've always been taught to respect the chain of command, and yet you... How does anyone control a field agent?
You're really perturbed by this. Are you that used to pure obedience?
Yes, I am. And I don't think that's a bad thing. The Empire expects its operatives to make command decisions from the front line. That doesn't work.
Eventually, you stop relying on your handbook and you put the good of the Empire first.
I was hoping for something more concrete. Maybe a numbered list? I don't want to do wrong, sir. My father ignored an edict from the Sith, and instead of facing his punishment, he ran. I won't repeat his mistake. Accidentally.
Have a little faith in yourself. If the time comes, you'll make the right call.
It's nice to hear you say that, sir. I'll stop troubling you about this. Back to the job, then.
Yeah, we've had our own airbrushes with the Sith. This time it's rather fun. Okay, to the Tyton wing rings we go. Whereabouts are these things? Oh, in the distant outer rim. Well, that's handy. The Watchful Eye. Tyton 4 is the fourth moon of a gas giant in the Glacerian system. The surface and much of the interior have been largely replaced by databanks, power generators, maintenance tunnels, and self-repair facilities, in effect turning Tyton 4 into a gigantic computer. In orbit around the moon are rings of derelict starships converted into additional databanks, added capacity for the moon. Archive Node 803 Alpha is a battle-scarred Imperial transport. Alongside the derelict starships are several sleek, heavily armed corvettes, likely used by the mercenaries paid to defend against intruders. Let's hopefully get on board without anyone being any the wiser. There's someone else here with us. Level 43 sniper. Interesting. Let's take Scorpio with us.
To the hive.
Yes.
Get to know her personality a bit more.
This is Watcher 6 to Cipher 9. You have accessed Node 803A of the Tyton Rings HoloNet archive. Transmitting mission parameters.
This is Watcher 7. Download data fragments from assigned terminals so we may decrypt and reconstruct the conspirator communication.
This is Watcher 9. You have authorization to terminate anyone who interferes. It is our privilege to work with you.
Excellent. Just try not to get anyone's attention. Hello. This is a good place to hide. Looks like there's a lot of turrets that can spawn here. Not a good sign.
Accessing first data fragment. Applying preliminary decryption algorithm.
Got the call, but make it quick. I don't want to be missed.
93% likelihood speaker is designate Hunter.
Proceed with the operation, Cipher 9. We will continue reconstruction attempts.
Made some friends. I think they know we're here now.
Accessing second data fragment. Modifying decryption algorithm.
This will, of course, be my final appearance at these gatherings, but the galaxy I leave behind.
Drayan?
No voice print identification available. Reconstruction incomplete.
Drayan? Wait a minute.
I require better targets.
Noctrian is a infamous smuggler and basically like crime boss.
Target has been obliterated.
You learn about him a great deal in the smuggler storyline. In fact, you meet the guy. Huh. And is he involved? I thought he was dead. By this time, he should be dead.
Accessing third data fragment. Attempting playback.
My sympathies. With the old man lost, the next enforcer will be difficult to train.
Experiencing data corruption. We will hope the last fragment provides redundancy.
Obviously, he's talking about the old man on Tatooine, the Gocel instructor.
Accessing fourth data fragment. Splicing now.
I am here. All is ready.
This is Keeper. Cypher, get out of there. Reinforcements are on the way, and there's nothing more you can do.
You're sure you have the full recording?
Hard to be certain, but we think so. The Watchers will try to reconstruct the holoconference back at headquarters. Come to Drum and Cars as soon as possible, and we'll figure out our next move. Keeper out.
Use your ship to travel to Drum and Cars. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Straight in, straight out. Up to the seat of the Empire. Go to Imperial Intelligence HQ once again. Let's use our legacy quick travel. Get ourselves into Car City already. There you go. Oh, actually, we gained level 58 there, didn't we? Anything new? No, we did learn a new ability though, didn't we? Now, where is it? Veiled Strike. Oh, it's there already. Just automatically replace Shiv. Strikes a target. I wonder what it looks like. How to test it out when we have the next opportunity.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
We have a 32% critical chance. Not too shabby. And yeah, I did play with my level 56 item modifications, which is why my health was like just over 30,000. Oh, we've never been in this room before. Where's this leading us? The secure hollow room.
Utilize fractal thought pattern 27. Reanalyze.
Come in. They're reconstructing the conspirators' holoconference now.
Anything turn up so far?
Preliminary analysis bears out our theory. The call was initiated by Hunter, somewhere in the Bremer sector 6 months ago. The recording you pulled is intact, but... Watcher 9?
Splicing and decryption complete.
Rules of the Chorus Covenant. I call this meeting to order.
Spare us the corporate posture and report.
Since you're in a hurry, Senator Varala and Representative Shuru are predictable as always.
And Commodore?
All taken care of. What about you? Those earnest Padawans keeping you up at night?
Different participants on different data streams. Processing.
There's Hunter. What about the others?
I don't know.
Domain is unsettled, as we expected. I must again raise the concern. Do we overplay our hand?
There is the chance it will spin out of control. Darth Angral, Darth Barris, now the children are awakening.
For each, there is a Republic counterbalance.
We're letting loose the reins, but we're not taking off their blinders. Sit back and enjoy the spectacle.
What the?
To bicker. Each of us agreed to the timetable. Each of us reports success in our own sphere.
Ambition must never be our master. Patience serves our noble cause best. But if our enforcer approves...
I do, I swear.
Then we move forward to Armageddon.
Uh-oh.
Keeper, the War Council needs you. Sir?
Call for a medic. Go!
Yes, sir.
What's our status?
Keeper and the others are on life support. Fixers theorized the transmission had a hidden overlay. A code or image only a genetically enhanced mind could recognize. Designed to overwhelm and shut down the brain.
They knew it would take an enhanced mind to find the data. This was insurance against that possibility.
Losing this many analysts, forget about Keeper. It's going to be a blow to the war. I'll support you where I can, but right now I've got a few dozen field agents without handlers. Your operation.
You'll hear from me when I'm ready.
While you were on Belsavis, Keeper was compiling leads on the planet Voss. If you want to head there, I'll see what I can pull up. I've apprised the Minister of Intelligence. If he needs to contact you, he knows how.
I'm disappointed they didn't share that trap with me on Belsavis. I would be interested in developing it further.
I'm sure. It would have just been incapacitating them, I'm sure. Holy hell. Oh well. So, yes. Keeper and, as it says, quite a few watchers have been disabled now. Making intelligence quite weak. Get ourselves back on board our starship. And we have a new destination. Obviously, Watcher 3-Day mentioned the planet Voss as a new potential lead.
Cypher, hope you don't mind my checking in. You weren't expecting any other calls?
Why are you contacting me, Hunter?
Your visit to Mega Security Ward 23 left it in bad shape. Now do I come into your house and break your things? But you finding that holotrap? Frying your keeper's synapses? That's kind of cosmic justice.
I saw you meeting with some sort of council. Who were they?
Old friends of mine. You'd like them, but they're shy. Cypher, it's been fun. Playing tag, brainwashing you. Remember your keyword? But you keep coming, and we'll destroy your world. No friends, no allies, no empire left to fight for. Are you ready for that?
You're assuming I don't stop you first. This is Cypher 9 to crew. Prepare for takeoff.
Ah, what did we receive? Some cuffs, which we don't really need. Oh well. Something to sell, no doubt. But yeah, travel to Voss now. Paying respects is the mission title. Interesting. We have a few more people we can speak to once again. But, should we do that now? We'll probably do that after we've been to Voss, actually. But yeah, I'll break this video here, and when we come back, we'll travel to a new world and see what the situation is, and see what we can learn. This, of course, has been AnthWolf for Star Wars The Old Republic. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope you all take care. I'll see you all for more next time. But until then, bye-bye now.